At 4:17, we were dispatched to the intersection of Pine Grove and Belterre Parkway.
A 17-year-old is dead after a crash in Palm Coast yesterday afternoon. According to a Florida Highway Patrol press release, the crash occurred when a dump truck accelerated from a stop sign and struck the 17-year-old while he was riding a motorized bicycle on the sidewalk. Patrick Giuliano is with the Palm Coast Fire Department.
When crews arrived, they found bystanders performing CPR on the individual who was on the bike. Unfortunately, injuries were so severe, they were unable to continue their efforts, and he was pronounced deceased on scene.
It was a deadly day on Palm Coast roads, as just 7 minutes earlier, in a separate incident, a driver was killed in a crash near the intersection of Palm Coast Parkway and Old Kings Road.
When arriving crews got there, they found bystanders again performing CPR. They transported that individual who later passed away.
The Florida Highway Patrol is conducting an investigation on both incidents. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, September 17th.
Deputies arrested a 13-year-old Buddy Taylor Middle School student for making threats to shoot up the school.
A juvenile is arrested following a shooting threat made to Buddy Taylor Middle School. Deputies discovered the 13-year-old made a post on social media Sunday that read, "12:05, be ready to die if you go to Buddy Taylor Middle School," with knife and gun emojis. The mother was informed about the post and, recognizing the seriousness of the situation, had it deleted. And on Monday, the parent brought the child to school to report what had been posted the previous day. The 13-year-old was then immediately arrested for written electronic threat of a mass shooting terrorism act and transferred to the Department of Juvenile Justice. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
I want to commend the parent that reported their child for making these threats. I know that was difficult to do, but the parent did the right thing to ensure the safety of everyone in the school. Parents, again, I want to remind you to be the sheriff of your home, like this parent did, and talk to your kids about the trouble they can get into for making threats. Just because you're mad, Florida has a zero tolerance law on incidents like this. Don't fall and make this mistake that gets you arrested.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
Applications were due Wednesday the 11th. That's when the period closed. We will be doing interviews on Tuesday the 17th starting at 1 p.m.
The Palm Coast City Council will hold a special workshop at 1 this afternoon following their regular 9 a.m. session to publicly interview candidates for the vacant District 4 City Council seat. Acting City Manager Lauren Johnson.
Some really good applications. I believe there was 8 or 9 total. And then City Council is going to do some interviews. Then we're going to hold a special workshop in the evening at 6 p.m. on September 24th, where the public will be able to speak to those interviews. And then on October 1st, an appointment will be made by the council.
To be eligible for the appointment, applicants must live in District 4, maintain residency there throughout the appointment, and reside in the district for at least 45 weeks per year. The seat became vacant after Councilmember Kathy Hyder resigned on August 23rd. The Flagler Beach Rotarians want people to know about 988.
988 is the suicide and crisis hotline. When Flagler Beach Police Chief Matthew Downey ended a recent talk at the Rotary Club's meeting, Rotarian Ruth Stalker said few people knew what the suicide and crisis hotline was. She said that's when the club decided to take on the initiative to raise awareness about 988, the suicide and crisis hotline.
So it's basically a crisis hotline that anyone can call anywhere in the world, in the country, to be connected to local resources. And it's not just for people contemplating suicide. It's for anyone in crisis.
Stalker said that if somebody's having feelings of loneliness or grief, or they're having a mental health issue, they can call 988. It's for anyone in crisis. If you need help and it's not a medical emergency, call 988. You can listen to Flagler Health Matters on Saturday mornings at 11:30 here on WNZF, anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, a walk over the bridge. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.